Crypto Hotep here with another investing video, and this is a special one, guys. It is the 100th episode. We made it, the big 100. Again, guys, appreciate all the support for all these videos. Appreciate all the subscriptions to the channel as well. Appreciate the likes, the comments, everything. And we've been doing these videos for 100 episodes now, 100 episodes of these trackers. And guys, if this is your first time watching this video, go to week number 1. Just because this is the 100th episode, we will take a look back at week number 1 really quickly, just to kind of showcase how far we've come. But again, if this is your first time watching these videos, guys, feel free to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys are investing in. And to give you a brief kind of rundown of how this goes. Basically, if this is your first time watching, thank you for stopping in here. So I gave my family a short list of stocks to choose from reputable names and reputable companies. They picked the stocks that most resonated with them. And then we proceeded to use M1 Finance. If you don't have an account, link is in the description. You'll see it shortly. To place the buys and to craft our family portfolio. With M1 Finance, you can actually create a big portfolio and then have sub portfolios in it. It's actually pretty cool. So every week now, 100 times, we've been reviewing our portfolio. We've been reviewing when we get deposits, when we've had gains, when we've had buys. We really don't have sells here. We're more kind of investing for the long term. So we've been buying these companies, and they're very well established, well-known companies, and we've just been buying. So the tracker is obviously to track the generational wealth of my family and what you can do if you put your mind to it. But first and foremost, they're for me and my family. If you guys love the videos, please like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. But as always, this is not financial advice. So we can jump in here, guys. So before we go to week number 1, we'll go to the week in review. As always, we ask AI, give us a rundown on the weekly events. The big thing this week between March 5th to March 12th today is more so related to the geopolitical events in the Middle East, right? So the U.S. and Iran tensions have come to full head. There may be, quote unquote, troops on the ground as well. There's been some news about Iran potentially attacking or trying to attack California. So a lot of noise is going on in the air. The thing is, when you're investing in the markets, whether it be crypto, metals, stocks, whatever, you're always going to have these instances of noise. There's always going to be some sort of tension or conflict going on somewhere that could disrupt your portfolio. And if you don't have the stomach for it, then you just need to put your cash up under your mattress and sleep on it and have a nice day. And I mean that very respectfully. And the reason is because this always happens. If you're investing into something that you know and you feel great about, then when these markets dip because of certain events like this, these are buying opportunities, especially if you know what you're investing in and you respect it and you understand it. Okay, so with that being said, guys, we're talking about the Middle Eastern events, so that's basically the big key element for this week. We also have GDP growth. That's tomorrow. So GDP growth is in the morning tomorrow. That'll be released. So that'll be something big as well to end the week with. A little note on Bitcoin here. So Bitcoin's been pumping as well because of these conflicts over in the Middle East here. Let's see what we have here. Oil's also been jumping as well. Oil's been going from $100 a barrel to 90 back to 100. So oil's been trading like crypto. It's actually pretty interesting to watch. This week, CPI inflation data did come out. It was really a nothing burger. So the forecast for CPI or inflation was 2.4%. It came in right at 2.4%. Another thing this week, the initial jobless claims, those came in down. So I believe the forecast was 214,000 people that didn't have jobs. It came down to 213,000. So, you know, decent little upswing. That is an upswing because that's a positive note for the economy. But again, nothing too big. I think what's going to be the big game changer is going to be tomorrow for the GDP growth with the economy. Okay, in America's economy, it's really going to kind of show what America's economy's been doing now. And then also, we have the FOMC meeting next week, so something to keep in mind here. With that being said, guys, we'll jump in. We're gonna go to week number 1. So, if you've been following these episodes, we're in the second. This is 2 years ago, guys. I've had this channel for a little bit over 2 years. Feels pretty cool. Glad I have something that I can build. And this is literally my first episode of the Family Portfolio and Dividends Tracker. At that time, the starting value, January 2nd, 2024, was $131.36. At the time of this video, it was $440.15. Just look at these balances. My wife's stocks was $16. Our middle child's was $15, youngest $15, and then our oldest was $15 as well. The only reason why I had so much was because this was a portfolio that I had beforehand, and I just wanted to include the family in on it. So it's just cool to see that, though. Just keep these numbers in mind when we kind of jump up here. But for let's go to week 99. Week 99 here. See if I can get here. Okay. And week 99, we're going to jump here. See if we can get to the good stuff. So week 99, we have a balance of $4,049.59, money-weighted rate of return of 1.38%, dividends earned of $8.87, market gain of $44.85. So you can see that big jump from week 1 to week 99. Yes, it wasn't overnight success. It wasn't. And I never promised that to anybody if you've been following the channel. I never promised overnight success with this investing thing at all. But it's good to see. All right, guys, and so for this week 100, we have a balance of $4,019.97. Yes, we did go down, but we're still above that 4,000 mark. Money-weighted rate of return of 0.16%. Market gain of a negative $4.09. Dividends earned of $10.44. So what type of activity did we have between this week and last week? Well, we know we had this. So we've had this dividend payment. We had this dividend payment from Microsoft, 38 cents right here. Pretty decent amount right now. I know if this is your first time watching this video and you're like, Crypto Hotep, 38 cents is nothing. Please, you should look at week number 1 through week 20 and check out those dividend payments here. So this has grown substantially. Okay, and we're just increasing our positions with Microsoft. Remember that other family members also have positions in Microsoft as well. This was a deposit week as well, as you can see here. As always, if you look back at the other videos, these deposits or contributions that we make to the family portfolio, they aren't really substantial because we want to show you that you can actually build wealth in the stock market with very modest deposits. So this bi-weekly deposit here, unless we're blessed with an extra payment of some sort or anything like that, these are normal deposits for us. So with this $20 here, what did we buy? We had 5 buys. We bought some more Microsoft, we bought some Sony, we bought some Domino's Pizza because it is at the lows right now. We had bought Apple, and then we bought Tesla as well. Good buys here. So the portfolio, if we go bottom to top here, we go to the bottom. Unfortunately, our middle is at the bottom. Our middle has a balance of $570.53, money-weighted rate of return of 3.79%, market gain of $18.31, dividends earned of $1.79. So, and again, like our middle, this is our middle stock. So if you remember week number 1, our middle stock had $15. At $15, that's it, right? In week number 1. Now we got over $570. It's crazy because from my perspective, um, I didn't have I didn't have a dad or anybody to show me about investing. We really didn't have a lot of money to invest with as it is, or at all, I should say, and nobody spoke about it. So it's kind of good to see and to say, hey, my kid has this amount, even though this may not be a lot to people, right? And we're just steadily building this over time, but it's good to feel like, hey, you know, my daughter, my son, they they have skin in the game. My two daughters, they have skin in the game. My son has skin in the game. Everybody has skin in the game here, and it's good teaching them about that as well. So, it is. It is. It feels good, but with our middle, so the stocks currently we have Target. As you know, the Target stock is doing pretty well. This is a comeback season for Target, I feel as though, for this year, and it's doing well, up almost 20%. Costco back up over 16%. It was down last week. It's going to recover. That's what Costco does. Amazon, I think Amazon's for the cheap right now. It's down 8%. Starbucks, very similar to Target. They're coming back now. They're circling back. It is up almost 20%, but then Sony's down. We have Google that's down, but I think that's a cheap buy too. And then Tesla is down, but I think that's a cheap buy, especially with the rumors that SpaceX may be included in the S&P 500 as well. So I think that's an easy bet. Let's go to our youngest. Our youngest, $581.73. Again, remember those balances. Our youngest only had $15 in there as well. Money weighted rate of return of 0.01%, market gain of negative $1.02, dividends earned of $1.06. So very similar. We have Starbucks up over almost 20%, Costco back on the rise up over 16.5%, and then the tech stocks unfortunately are down: Sony, Apple, and Tesla. But again, we've been here before, right? Just look at any of the videos in those lists. We've been in the red before, and what did we do? We just kept buying. Why? Because we did our research on these companies. We feel strongly about these companies, and they're good companies. Let's go to my wife's portfolio. My wife's portfolio is $582.65. Money weighted rate of return, unfortunately, is a negative 3.23%. Market gain of a negative $20.39. Dividends earned of $1.60. What's bringing this down currently is Microsoft. Unfortunately, is kind of bleeding out right now. We're still building that position with Microsoft. This is a new position for my wife. Tesla, unfortunately, is down. That's standard across the board. And then Celsius is down as well. I believe Celsius is going to recover. Pepsi, though, still up over double digits. Again, those like very boring companies, and that's why sometimes diversification helps. You can also be over diversified in stocks, where you're just picking almost every stock that there is and you barely ink out any type of gain. I don't agree with that, but I think that you should have some sort of anchors. Have your speculative stocks, have your tech stocks, and then have some of those anchor stocks. And those anchor stocks are tried and true companies that have been through bear markets, that's been through recessions, that's been through every type of cycle you can think of, and are still kicking. Companies like Pepsi, for instance, I should say. And then Google, we're down over 3% on Google, and that's just like tech. Let's go to our oldest. Our oldest, and this makes me feel good because our oldest has the biggest portfolio over her peers, right? So over 1,000, so $1,138.08. Money weighted rate of return of 1.12% year to date. Dividends are up $2.33. Market gain of $10.07. Apple, unfortunately, is down, but look at Costco, right? Costco's still anchoring, and that's what I'm talking about, that anchored company. Costco is tried and true. You can't really deter or steer away from Costco. McDonald's, another tried and true company as well. I don't consider McDonald's very risky. I just don't. They have a very solid business plan, and it works. They've been around for decades. We're up over 6.5%. Tesla, though, unfortunately down over 12%, as we have seen in the other portfolios. Last but not least, mine, I'm actually in the negative as well. Negative 0.65% year to date, and my balance is still over $1,146.98. Market gain of a negative $11.06. Dividends earned of $3.66. So for me, the reason is we have tech bleeding out, and this is Microsoft and Google with my tech stocks here. Both of them are bleeding out, and that's common. That's what's happening right now. Finance, unfortunately, finance is bleeding out as well. Visa and Moody's, both of them in the double digits below. However, I feel very strongly about Visa. Why? Because Visa and MasterCard are some of the only two long-standing finance companies that are going and diving knee-deep into crypto, blockchain technology, and AI faster than anybody else. Okay? So they're moving with the times. Real estate, though, Old Realty is the little engine that could and keeps going. Up over 16% on Old Realty. You love to see that. This is my income. This is my money maker right here, Old Realty Group. Industrials and energy, we have Waste Management up over 8%, and then Cintas up over 3%. Again, tried and true names, very boring companies, but they're getting the job done. They're some of my anchors. Consumer staples and shopping, we have Costco and we have Lowe's. Again, Costco up over 16.5%, just like everybody else's portfolio, but Lowe's, we're a little bit down on Lowe's. Totally fine with that. Restaurants and food, we have Coca-Cola, Domino's Pizza. We bought some Domino's Pizza here in this portfolio with this deposit we have, but again, Coca-Cola, very similar to Pepsi that's in my wife's portfolio, up over 11%, right? And then last but not least, the category we have is pharmaceutical. Pharmaceutical is just one position, and that's AbbVie. AbbVie's been a little low this year. I still have strong feelings about AbbVie. I'm not too worried about that at all. Overall, my portfolio is going to have this dip. I've seen dips in my portfolio before. They don't scare me because I know exactly what each sector of my holdings is and what it actually does. And when you can do that, like honestly, the investing game, when you can understand your companies that you invest money in and you understand how they make money, how they survive, where they are in the industry, are they the market leader? Are they the up and comer? What are they? And if you can thoroughly understand that, then you'll be fine. But unfortunately, most people just want to make a quick buck. They want to turn $1 into $1 million overnight, and that's not happening. Look at Warren Buffett. It's Warren Buffett accrued his wealth past the age of 55, and he was in the investing game, I believe, over 20 years before that even happened. So, just something to think about, guys. I know it takes time to read and understand, but it can save you a lot and save you a lot of money in terms of investing. But with that being said, guys, we're closing it out. Week 100, the family portfolio up still with a 4,000 balance, $4,019.97. Money weighted rate of return of 0.16%. Market gain of a negative $4.09, and then dividends earned of $10.44. As always, guys, I appreciate the support that you guys have given me in the channel. I appreciate the subscriptions. I appreciate the likes and comments. And as always, if this video is helpful, if this video keeps you going for investing, please like, subscribe, please do whatever, and share the video amongst other like-minded people. And as always, guys, thank you and happy investing. On to 101.